Hi, this is Mambo Sandy, and let's roll into it. What is going on with these children? I see so much horrible things happening to children nowadays, it makes no sense. And I'm going to tell you why it's happening. Because people do not want to spiritually invest in themselves. What I say by this, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about taking the time to find out what's going on in their homes spiritually, with themselves spiritually, with their children spiritually. Children are open vessels. Okay, they're very open. They pick up everything, good and bad. And they can attract good and they can attract bad to them. Yes, your child, your baby, your niño. Okay? Yes. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. Ask any legitimate spiritual worker and see what they'll tell you. My grandmother used to pray for me when I would go to school. She would pray, and it's not just prayers, it's what's the energy, it's what's coming from here. Okay? But as of late, everybody's investing in everything else but themselves and their children and their home. Do you know why it's so important to clean your house once a week? Spiritually, to keep all the nonsense from the negative energy, the heart, the way you feel coming from work, dealing with the craziness out there that's done built up over in the house, to keep you from getting depressed and everything like that. Okay? Because that energy is a real thing, whether you like it or not. It's real. And over time, it gets built up. If you've had arguments in your home, all of those things, sadness, death, whatever it could be, sickness, that's an energy. You have to clean it out so it doesn't get built up and start causing problems and pulling the wrong energy into your home. Open the windows. Let the sun in. Let the wind in. You know, it doesn't take a lot. Now, if you, and I want to say this nicely, if you can take the time to plan what outfit you're going to wear to some event, you can take the time to find out how much, you know, mileage, gas mileage you can get, was it to the gallon or something like that, miles to the gallon, gallons to the mile, something like that. You can do all this for mundane things. That's investing in something. That's investing your time. Why can you not do this for your children and yourself? Now, like when you do put your money out for those mundane things, do the same thing when you're looking for a spiritual worker, when you're looking for a priest or priestess. Do your research. Now, as of late, I have noticed a lot of lies online. Okay? I'm not going to get into it, but do not let fancy pictures, fancy clothes fool you. Okay? Do your research. Do your due diligence. If you can do it in finding the best Remy hair or Brazilian hair, or you can do it to find out the best the best price on Nike or clothes or whatever, do the same thing when it comes to your spirituality. Okay? Take your time. Use the common sense. Use the intuition that God gave you. Because He gave us all a little bit. Some of us are just more tapped into it than others. Use it. If you feel like, you know, you got to let your spidey senses, as they say, tingle. If they're tingling, run. Because you don't, when it comes to spiritually investing in yourself, you want to make sure you don't make the wrong investment. Now, I've had this question asked a couple times. Why is it that spiritual workers want you to get a consultation? Any spiritual worker worth their salt wants to know, would like to get to the root of the problem. Not just scratching the surface, because our time is limited. And we don't want to have to clean up shit, excuse my language, okay, that could have been avoided in the first place. Once again, it's called a spiritual investment in yourself. Ask yourself that question. When was the last time I really spiritually invested in myself? For my soul, for my children, for my home, for my spouse? Ask yourself that question. Next up on the board. I've heard this thrown around lately. I can do my own spiritual baths. Yeah, you can. But there's a difference between a spiritual worker, a priest or a priestess making your bath for you, and you. Big difference. Even if we direct you on how to do it, there is a difference between it being prepared by one who's been trained, who has sacrificed, one who has alliances, if you want to call it that. Best way I can put it, with certain spirits. You don't know if a spirit, as my God sister says, came through that priest or priestess at the time that bath was being made, or if the spirit itself came and made it for you. That is the difference. And I'm going to say it like this. Stop being cheap. Stop. Just stop. You can put money out for every other thing, but when it comes to spiritually investing in yourself, so many times I see people, they want to pump the brakes, or they want to waste your time. When you go to the store, be it Kohl's or any other store that's mundane stuff, you have no problem. But something that's gonna fizzle away once you die, you'll still be here, you have no problem with that. And that's another video about being more conscious and helping yourself, taking care of yourself better, instead of just being cheap. Stop it. Once again, spiritually invest in yourself. It's you, not me, because I've done my spiritual investments. Invest in yourself for you and your children, so your children are not picking up all kinds of craziness. When was the last time you gave your child a spiritual bath? When was the last time? And ladies, I'm talking to you, because it seems, it's weird, but it's not weird. We are the ones that are the guardians of our homes. When was the last time you told your husband you need to get a spiritual bath, honey, or a spiritual cleaning or something? Here's this mix that so-and-so made or something. You know why? Let me tell you something. A lot of problems could have been prevented in your marriage or your relationship if you would have kept your house clean, spiritually. Okay? Because you don't know who could drop something in your husband's pockets or put something on something he bring back from the office. You don't know these things. But see, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, they knew the evil that men do to get things that they want. And men, if you're the ones that are the spiritual leaders in your family, be it your pray, meditations, whatever it is you need to do, you need to start doing it now. Why? Look at the world around you. Do you not see the chaos that is around? Do you want that in your house? And let me tell you something else while I'm on this subject. Stop listening to these to these books and things that talk about you're supposed to argue with your mate. No, you're not. You argue with everybody out there in the world. Stop going for that nonsense. Your home is supposed to be tranquility is supposed to be in that home. There's supposed to be tranquility. Now, yes, you're going to deal with little things here and there, but you and your mate should be at peace. Y'all should be one. There should be tranquility, happiness in that person that you're resting your head next to every night. If not, you're sleeping with the enemy. You better watch TV. You better pick up a paper if that's what you do, or click on your YouTube news and see how many spouses are killing each other. Why? Because of confusion, because of malice, because of jealousy, because of all these other spirits rolling around, and y'all just not thinking about it. You better get it together, because let me tell you something, honey. It's not just TV. It can hit your home too. See, the elders knew about these things. And even if it was the Bible or whatever little things they do, honey, they were on it because they knew how hard jobs were to come by. And don't let the spirit of deception fool you and make you think that anything has really changed. It has not. Actually, things are starting to go back in reverse. So if you're not spiritually invested in yourself, and you're not spiritually grounded, and you're not in the know spiritually, and I don't care what it is, if it's Egyptology, if it's Santeria, Candomblé, I don't care. Get it together. If it's conjure, you better conjure up some verses. You better conjure up some candles and take care of your home. That's what you better do. Okay? Because, honey, it's coming. And it's attacking our children. Invest in your child. Invest in yourself. Spiritually, invest in yourself and invest in your children. Start taking care of them babies. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you haven't noticed, do you see that disrespectful commercial? When the mother has groceries in her hand and she says, you know, who's going to give me a hand? And those little kids get smart with her. My mother would have slapped my teeth down my throat. But this is okay. It's okay for children to speak back to their parents. If you don't see these spirits roaming around and just getting into everything, you better open your eyes. And once again, you need to spiritually invest in yourself. This is Mambo Sandy signing off, and I will be talking to you in a few.